My name's Stevie Morris, and unfortunately I was diagnosed with MND in February of this year. Yeah, I've been a Hearts fan all my life, obviously. I've been a season ticket holder since I was 12. I go to all the home and away games, go with the Livingston supporters bus. Met a good few of the Hearts players. I was lucky enough to meet Marius, so obviously he means quite a lot to me in terms of the illness that I've got, and I never thought that one day I would have the same illness as he had. Obviously, when I was diagnosed, it was traumatic, a very difficult day. The worst thing was telling my friends and family, particularly my dad. That was a horrible experience. MND is very difficult to describe because the symptoms seem to be very different depending on who you are and when it happens. The bad thing is it's progressive, so you know it's only ever going to get worse. In my own case, I think the biggest things I've noticed is my arms are now next to no muscle on them, neither my legs. I've lost lots of muscle all around my body. My foot has a drop on it, which I've got to wear a brace so that I can walk, but at least at the moment I can still walk. But the worst thing of all is breathing, because that's what gets you in the end, and unfortunately that's what I've got now. MND Scotland has been really good. I think the biggest piece of help has been the website, which is really informative. Some of the stuff you've got to read there is very, very hard to read, but it has to be read because it tells you what to expect. And certainly in the first few days after being told that I was diagnosed with MND, the information was really useful. I also called the MND Scotland to ask about how I could get a blue badge, and they were really good and managed to do that for me right away. I felt that they were really good. You know, they were pointing to other things that they could help with, which was will writing and power of attorney, and they did that for me, which was, you know, a very difficult thing to go through, but great to have some support like that where they organised it all for us. It's great to see Hearts supporting MND Scotland. The fact that that's got that on their shirts obviously raises his awareness of the illness that I've got. At the end of the day, hopefully, given that there's £50 million also being invested by the government, that together with it, that can mean that there's going to be perhaps a cure at some point in time. For us at the moment, there is no known cure. I think it was a fantastic gesture by the government. I think it should have been done a lot earlier, if I'm being honest, especially given the profile that MND Scotland gave the request, as well as the people who've seen BBC Breakfast, like Noddy Weir and Rob Burrows. So I think it should have been done earlier. The £50 million is not going to save me, but it might save somebody else in the future. I'm still attending games. It's obviously a lot harder now because my ability to walk a distance is diminishing day by day, and in the last 4 games I've actually went to corporate hospitality. Mind you, it's a great way of making sure you get to sleep early on a Saturday night, but again I really appreciate being able to go to corporate hospitality, and I can still see my team.